Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is part 2 of my Lego Bank MOC. I got some suggestions in the comments from part 1, and I wanted to make a few changes. Now, keep in mind, I'm just roughing out this building. I haven't really settled on what I want to do yet. I'm just playing around with techniques here. I didn't really explain well in the first part kind of what I'm trying to achieve here. So, when I build a MOC, I have just kind of a creative process where I just start experimenting with things, I start throwing things together, and then it kind of just builds on itself as I go, and I add more and more detail and improve things until I'm happy with it. Now, I was hoping, and I probably will be able to get a second story on here by the end of part 2, but before I do that, I want to do some corrections here in the facade of the building. So keep in mind, I don't have any plans for this stuff, I don't have any set ideas of what I want to do other than what's in my head. I'm just kind of playing with parts here and seeing what works and what doesn't. And so you're going to see this thing evolve a lot. What you see here is by no means going to be what the original building looks like. It's just a start. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to flip it over to hyperlapse. First thing I want to do is add more texture to this before I build the second story. And I'm going to start doing that by pushing the doors back in and making more of an entryway. And I might even pull the overhang out as well to make kind of an older looking entryway with some stairs leading up it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so got that done, and as you probably noticed, I did more than I said I was going to. I decided I wanted to change the base to dark gray. I don't know if I should have just done one layer or two. I have one layer of just brick, and then masonry brick. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. I can always change it back to one layer, but I do like the dark gray on there. It kind of breaks up the color. It was a little monotonous. Pushed this door back, and I already don't like it. Actually, I like the concept. What I don't like is the half step here, and then I realized, well, if I'm pushing it back, why am I keeping it on jumpers? So I'm going to take it off those jumpers and just have a full step here. This step is taller, but I am going to have a sidewalk in front of this, so it will be just individual shallow steps all the way up. In the next hyperlapse I'm going to do here, I'm going to start building a second story. I don't know if this is going to work, but I got these pieces. I've never used these before, and I think they would work well for the start of the second story. My idea here is to kind of have two smaller sections here and like an open air area here in the entrance to the bank. So I'm going to try those and leave an open space and then kind of build up from there. So we'll see how that goes. But first thing I got to do is push this door back. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, brick sculptors. Well, that's about it for part 2. I'll show you what we accomplished today. I did do a couple things off camera here just to stiffen up this upper floor. I couldn't get it to film real good, and I'm about to run out of battery life here on my camera, so I need to work quickly. Also, if you saw the whole top fall apart, that was pretty funny. I don't know if you could see that in the hyperlapse or not, but I tried to pick it up and the entire thing crumbled. So that was pretty fun. But in hyperlapse, you can fix it in about 2 seconds. So, hey. Anyway, here's my upper story now. I was planning on having opening over the door, but then I was like, okay, I need a staircase. So I'm going to work a staircase in the back here. And it's probably going to come up to here. I'll have some desks and stuff, maybe an office up here. Another staircase if I decide to do a 3rd floor. I don't know if I love this pop-out portion yet. I wish this wasn't so exposed. I might do some snot technique or something to cover this. Or I might just push these windows back or change them. This is the only part I'm not super sold on yet. I like that it hangs out. I haven't put anything on these snot bricks yet, but I might do like a sign with some decorative, masonry work with, pieces similar to what I did here. But I still think it might be better if the windows are pushed back. So let me know in the comments what you think. Not near as flat as it used to be. I love this lower door being pushed in. I think that looks really cool and a huge improvement over the first video. Again, let me know what you think of the dark gray down at the bottom there. I think this MOC is coming along nicely. Rick agrees. And yeah, I'll probably do some sort of railing inside here too. And the dark tan floor is really just there as filler. Sorry about that yellow back there. But just so it doesn't look as ugly while I'm building it. Well, that's all for this time, guys. I hope you liked this video. Love to hear your comments. Really was helpful, some of the things people were saying in the first video. So, hey, keep them coming. I love the advice, and I love to kind of build this with you guys. So we'll see how it turns out, and I'll see you guys in part 3.